Feeling stuck? Yearning for more? You're in the right place. This is Midlife Moxie with Nicole Hate, where you're going to get a weekly dose of courage, clarity, and maybe a little bit of chaos as we navigate our best chapter yet, midlife. Here we go. We're going to get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Midlife Moxie with Nicole Hate. That's me. I'm your host. And if you're here, chances are you have already hit that point in life. You know the one where you look around at your life that you've so meticulously built. The career, the family, the accolades. Maybe it's just the perfectly curated Instagram feed. And there is a tiny, persistent voice whispering to you, is this it? Is this really all there is for me? And just maybe that voice isn't so tiny anymore. Maybe it's growing into a roar. And maybe you're feeling successful on paper, but inside, you're silently suffocating. You might be the person who has played all of the roles. You've ticked all the boxes. And somewhere along the way, the real you got lost or maybe even misplaced, buried under a pile of shoulds, expectations, and probably a mountain of everybody else's needs. If any of that sounds familiar, then darling, you are in exactly the right place. Consider this your official invitation to reclaim your moxie. So you may be asking yourself, if you don't know me, who the hell am I? And why am I so obsessed with this idea of midlife moxie? Well, let me tell you, because my journey here wasn't exactly a straight shot down a well-paved highway. It was far from it. My story starts, like many, on a path that seemed sensible. I was a nurse, driven by a genuine desire to care, to heal. But the system, as many of you just may very well know, can be a soul-crushing labyrinth. I saw compassion get lost in bureaucracy, and frankly, I felt my own light starting to dim. Then came corporate America. Another detour, another set of expectations. I climbed ladders and I played the game, but there was always that nagging feeling, that sense of misalignment that just grew louder. I was the queen of fine on the outside. You see, to the world, I had it together. But on the inside, I felt myself running on fumes. A stranger to my own desires, my own voice. I'd mastered the art of pleasing everyone but myself. And then came my own midlife reckoning. A beautiful and terrifying collision of exhaustion and awakening that forced me to look inward. It wasn't pretty, not at first. It was messy. It was deep excavating work, and I had to dig myself through layers of conditioning, societal programming, of others people's dreams for me to find what I actually wanted. to remember who I was before the world told me who I should be. And you know what I found? I found courage I didn't know I had. I found a voice I'd silenced for decades. I found a fierce, unapologetic desire to live a life that felt authentic, vibrant, and utterly mine. That's what Moxie is to me. It's that inner fire, that grit, that audacity to say enough. It's my turn. It's about reclaiming your power, your voice, your joy, and designing this phase of life that just doesn't look good, but feels incredible. For over a decade now, I've been working on myself. And a few years ago, I started guiding women who are just like you through their very own personal transformations. As an integrative change work guide with hypnosis, a touch of coaching, which, by the way, I don't like the word coaching, but I know most of you know it, so I'm going to use it sparingly and in context only. I'm also a Gene Keys guide, and I have seen firsthand what happens when women decide to stop settling and start living with Moxie. It's quite revolutionary. This podcast, Midlife Moxie with Nicole Hate, is an extension of that work. It's a space for us to get real, to be provocatively direct, warmly irreverent, and apologetically aspirational. We're going to talk about the stuff that matters, prioritizing yourself. And yes, that means being gloriously selfish, finding your voice, building boundaries that actually bite, and designing a life that truly lights you up from the inside out. Each week for 20 or 30 minutes, it'll just be you and me. I'll share my experiences, my insights, and maybe a few anonymous stories from the amazing women that I've had the privilege and opportunity to work with. We'll explore how to navigate the beautiful, messy, exhilarating journey of midlife with courage, humor, and a whole lot of moxie. This isn't going to be about quick fixes or surface level fluff. This work that I do and that I'm going to talk about is about deep, sustainable change. It's about giving yourself permission to want more, to be more, and to finally live the life that you were always meant to live. So if you're ready to stop feeling trapped and start feeling empowered, if you're ready to trade the shoulds for what truly sets your soul on fire, then please subscribe. Join me, and let's find your Moxie together.